Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video we're going to talk start collecting Warhammer 40,000 Tyranids, and today we're looking in particular at the Invasion Fleet Detachment. Now in this video we're going to go through the special rule for the Invasion Fleet Detachment before looking at a couple of units we recommend to get started with for this particular subfaction of the Tyranids. After that, we'll then look at some other units we can use to expand upon those first couple of initial purchases, and finally finish off the video with a little sample army list of 1,000 points for you to use, hopefully as some inspiration for starting your own Tyranids force using the Invasion Fleet Detachment for Warhammer 40,000. And so, to begin with, we have the Hyper Adaptions rule. At the start of the first battle round, you can select one of the following Hyper Adaptions to be active for your Tyranid army. This will affect your Tyranid units for the entire game. You have three options for this, the first of these being Swarming Instincts, where each time Tyranids attack any enemy infantry or swarm units, they get sustained hits 1, or Hyper Aggression, targeting monsters and vehicles, you get the Lethal Hits ability, or Hive Predators, where you can gain precision when you target character models. Now, there are definitely some options here, and what's really cool is you choose this as the game begins, so depending on what you're playing, you can, sort of adapt to the game state. Also, there are some particular stratagems within the list that allow you to pick extra ones of these to have them affect briefly for periods during the game as well, if that's what you want to do. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so, where to begin for our force? I think this detachment is the perfect place for the Swarmlord. The Swarmlord has definitely some bonuses to put into some of the other detachments, but I really think in a mixed arms where he's got, the fire support, where he's got the bodies next to him, is the best place for the Swarmlord. Now, he is relatively expensive. He's a Hive Tyrant, but he does have a nice ranged attack despite not looking like it here. His Synaptic Pulse is a Psychic Torrent weapon, 18-inch range, D6 plus 3 attacks, strength 5, minus 1 AP and damage 2, so pretty good little damaging weapon. His Bone Sabers in melee are twin linked with 8 attacks, weapon skill 2 plus, strength 9, minus 2 AP and damage 3. Now, he does have some cool rules, so Hive Commander at the start of your command phase, if he's on the battlefield, you just gain an extra command point. Malign Presence, once per battle, after your opponent uses a stratagem, you can effectively make that stratagem cost more CP to use for the rest of the game. And Domination of the Hive Mind, while a friendly Tyranids unit is within each of this model, they'll count as being within a Synapse range. This is really cool. Now, it should be said, if you want to maybe save a few points here and there, you can go with a separate Hive Tyrant, one of the other two variations, and there is a upgrade for them, one of the enhancements, that can give you that 9-inch Synapse range as well, but that's definitely an option you can play around with if need be. Now, joining the Swarmlord, he definitely needs some protection to stop him potentially getting sniped off the battlefield by some big guns, so something like the Tyrant Guard are a perfect thing for him. Now, he can join these units, and they've got a couple of different melee weapon options. They can either have their Crushing Claws and Rending Claws, or the Scything Talons and Rending Claws. They'll get less attacks with the Crushing Claws, but they will be a much higher strength of 8, minus 2 AP and damage 2, or you get 5 attacks with the strength 5, minus 1 AP, damage 1 with those Scything Talons and Rending Claws. Regardless though, you can have the Bone Cleaver, Lash Weapon, Rending Claws as well. This will get you a twin linked profile, 3 attacks, 3 plus to hit, strength 5, minus 1 AP and damage 2, so some way a midway point of the other two options really. It's whatever you want to go with. They do have the Guardian Organism though, so they will get, while the character model is leading this unit, the character will gain Feel No Pain 5 plus, so really potent to put onto your Swarmlord. Moving on though, we definitely need some bodies in the force to help sort of spread out the ability to capture objectives and make sure that, our big things don't get targeted too much. And so we have Termagants and Hormagaunts. These are the two mainstay sort of units available to the force. Termagants have 3 main weapon options they can take for the majority of models in their unit. This is the Flesh Borer, which is an assault weapon with 1 shot at strength 5. You then can have the Termagant Devourer, 2 shots, loses assault, but is 2 shots and strength 4, or you go with the Spine Fist, a shorter range pistol weapon with twin linked, but assault and pistol there as well. And then you've also got the options for taking things like a shard launch to give you a blast weapon, spike rifle for a little bit of AP shooting, and the strangle web for some devastating wounds or weaponry as well in the unit. Now, Hormagaunts, on the other hand, they are a combat unit. They don't have any ranged weapons at all. They've got a decent amount of attacks, though, at, pretty low strength, and AP -1, though, which is nice. The other unit you gain here is the Ripper Swarms. They are really fun. They can have the ability to turn off some of your objective control of your opponent by halving it when their Rippers are nearby, which is really, really cool when they're in engagement range. You've also got, really fun rules on both of your two Gaunt units where the Termagants themselves can make moves after your opponent tries to move near them to sort of keep out of charge ranges, and your Hormagaunts can advance and charge as well. Now, looking at bringing some big guns into the Force, I think for the points cost, the Exocrine for me is a fantastic way to bring some decent, middling sort of weaponry to your Force. The Bioplasmic Cannon is blast and heavy with D6 plus 3 shots, strength 8, minus 3 AP, damage 3. The Symbiotic Targeting as well means if this model ever hits anything, and you can give some bonuses to hit for your other Tyranid units as well. Lastly, though, we have the Norn Emissary, which I think is a fantastic pick for a Tyranid's Force. Norn Emissary has a 4-up Invuln and a 4-up Feel No Pain against mortal wounds. You've also got Keyword of Psyker and Synapse, so really, really powerful, can give you that extra sort of Synapse bubble. Psychic Tendril is really fun. It's got 3 different shooting profiles that are either, a 2d6 attack, 2 strength 12 d6 damage attacks, or a middling sort of strength 8 d3 damage weapon with precision as well. Lastly, you've got the Singular Purpose role where you can choose one of these two abilities at the start of the game to pick an objective, and while you're within range, gain 5+ Feel No Pain and OC 15, or you can pick an enemy unit to gain full rerolls against. And so here we have our sample army list. We've gone with the Invasion Fleet, obviously, and the character we've got leading our force is going to be the Swarmlord. Now, we look into battle line. We've got 3 units of Gaunts, 1 of Hormagaunts, and 2 of Termagants. These are going to be in our force here. We could, if we want, upgrade another Termagant to a Hormagaunt. We've got the 5-point spare, so if that's what you want to go with, definitely an option you can play around with. Now, we've then also got for our other diet sheets in the force, we have an Exocrine Norn Emissary and 3 Tyrant Guard to protect the Swarmlord. We've also got a Ripper Swarm in there as well. I think it's a really fun little thing to throw into your force. Little Ripper Swarm bases out throughout your force are great. Being able to sort of disrupt your opponent's objective control ability can be really, really useful during the game. But if you have got some ideas for a mixed arms Tyranid force with some monsters, with some horde, with some utility pieces, artillery, combat monsters, all of that, let us know your thoughts about your favourite units to bring into your Tyranid, your favourite mixed arms sort of army, down in the comments below. And that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below letting us know what you thought about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here at Cinderful Gaming, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. You can use one of our affiliate links to Gap Games or Element Games if you're in Australia or the United Kingdom, or you can subscribe to our YouTube members or Patreon, or grab some merch from our merch stores on Teespring or Ko-fi. All the best ways to help support the channel. As a special thanks to all our Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patrons: Broken Chef, Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Outer and Shot First, Kenny Lowell and Soren. And to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle and Gargamel196. Thank you all once again for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.